My name is Katelyn Horn. This is actually my first semester as a full-time enrolled master's student here at Austin Grad. But my relationship with AGST does go back for several years. As some of you probably know, I am married to Norman Horn, who is a former student here. He graduated with his master's back in 2011. And through him and our relationship, I came to develop a deep appreciation for the faculty and the work that is done here. While he was doing his master's, I thoroughly enjoyed discussing his classes and papers with him, and I even got to audit a few classes along with him back in 2006 and 2007. We've also both made contributions to and served on the review committee for Dr. Shipp's Timeless Psalter Project, an endeavor which we are very proud to get to be involved with. And then finally, one of the highlights of our life was when we went with Dr. Shipp to Israel back in January of 2008 and got to do some excavation work at En Hatzavah. So I have a little bit of history here and really appreciate that associations. So unlike Norman, though, who, while he completed his master's degree on the side while working on a PhD in chemical engineering at UAT, I had no desire to pile on more work onto my own academic work in music. So while he was working on his master's and his PhD, I earned a bachelor's in piano performance and a master's in music theory at UT. And then just last year, I returned from Columbus, Ohio, where I earned a master's in music theory and cognition from Ohio State. So after moving back to Austin to be with Norman, I decided that I really needed a third master's, because two just isn't enough. Actually, I have several legitimate reasons for wanting to enroll here at Austin Grad. One of them is that while I have a very deep love for critical thought and serious philosophical and theological inquiry, my personal family history has made me very, very aware of the degree to which theological disagreement can, when handled poorly, can interfere with relationships. This awareness had for some time made serious biblical study very difficult for me. So my enrollment here was in part for reasons of personal enrichment. I decided I was ready to face some of my more sensitive theological issues of my past and eager to seek a better understanding of issues that have always been clouded with confusion in my mind. So to this end, I have found Austin Grad to provide the ideal environment in which to work out my faith. The professors here, especially those with whom I've had the most interaction, Dr. Shipp, Dr. Peterson, and Dr. Napier, all demonstrate a beautiful and inspiring blend of scholarly rigor with reverent faith and ministerial focus. While I'm only a few courses into my degree, I can already cite Dr. Napier's Introduction to Theology as an especially healing and formative experience in my personal walk with God. So, thank you for that. In addition to personal enrichment, the second part of my reasoning to attend Austin Grad, it has to do with my musical interests. I actually see my study here as complementing rather than diverging from my musical path. In my years studying music, I have been chiefly motivated by a desire to understand why and how music is so important to so many people. Through my studies and experiences, I have come to believe that music's primary value is in the manner in which it facilitates the creation of community and how music performs identifying and unifying functions within that community. Furthermore, music's pleasing and beautiful qualities are not rooted in its abstract mathematical structures, as most academic teaching will, musical thought will teach you. Rather, music is pleasing and beautiful because it resonates with and reflects the structure of human thought, feeling, and action. So, if humanity is created in the image of God, and if music reflects man's thoughts, feelings, and actions, then perhaps music can also indirectly reflect divine thought, feeling, and action when used in the right manner. Because of this, I can think of no other place where music has the potential to add as much value as in the context of the community of worship in the church. More to the point, though, I can think of no other place where I would rather teach and practice music than in the context of the church. So to this end, I hope to serve the community of Christ by promoting and teaching general music literacy and singing skills within the church in order to facilitate full congregational participation in the musical aspects of our worship. I also hope to develop and promote a better understanding in the church of the proper approach and attitude towards music within worship. As a member of University Avenue Church of Christ and wife to their head song leader, I'm able to serve in some way some small capacity even now, and I continue to look for opportunities to serve in this way. But I'm especially looking forward to cultivating a better understanding of a proper theology of worship in my time here at Austin Grad. Finally, the third reason that I attend Austin Grad is because I am acutely aware of the responsibilities inherent in my impending motherhood. Which, by the way, it's a boy, we don't have a name, and it's due May 24th. Of course, I don't believe that you have to have a master's in theological studies to be able to raise one's children in the Christian faith. Can't hurt, though, right? Rather, the thought of teaching my future children in the way they should go motivates me to seek the best understanding that I can of the biblical and traditional foundations of my Christian identity. While I know and embrace God's infinite goodness and our limited ability to comprehend it, I keenly anticipate the process of guiding my children through the wonders of this world and showing them God's loving work in it. To this end, Austin Grad is helping me equip myself be a better wife, a better mother, and a better child of God, and I cannot thank y'all enough for it. So thank you again for coming, and I hope you will consider continuing to support their work here.
Amen.